Well, Justin, a bit of a chaotic lead up to this one, but was there ever a doubt in your mind that you were fighting on this card based on the opponent?
I think there was a small amount of time that I was a little bit doubtful that we would figure something out. But in my mind, I was still fighting. I had to stay in that mindset that I was still going to war. March 8th. I really relied on my coach and my manager to figure it out. I told them, take the lead and don't even involve me in the conversation.
Obviously, fighting a guy on short notice and switching up your camp is a risk. You're coming off the back of the loss to Max. It's even a bigger risk for you, right? You want to hit the ground running. Did any part of that play into your mind about, like, you know what, maybe it would be better if I just stuck to the original opponent, we rebook it rather than just force this one through?
No, I think if I started to worry about the risks, then I would just retire. This is a very risky sport, and I love the intensity that it brings, and I've been yearning to get back in there and feel that. I just watched the Max fight today for the first time, and I think I fought really well. It's just he was so great that fought really well that night. And but even if I go back to that guy, I'm still a much more refined athlete, in my skills. And I think with that aggressive style and my skills being much more refined and much more accurate, that's a dangerous combination. I think my skills are ready. I think my preparation was fantastic. My cardio is definitely. I'm ready to push the pace, and I think I still have to be careful with this guy. He's so powerful. He's world-class athlete, world-class Muay Thai striker. He throws a lot of kicks, and I think I found success punching off of his kicks, and I think that will be something that I can use for the next fight.
All right, and then what does a win here do for you? Obviously, I know you're taking this fight. You've done the UFC a favor by staying on the card. Can we get a title fight based off this?
I mean, as an athlete competing here, I have to think that. I hope that, but I have no idea. I have to go in there. I have to win. That's first and foremost. And I'm always exciting, the most consistent guy that's ever stepped in there. So I think the way that I win and how my fights usually go, then I'll definitely be a consideration for them. I mean, ideally, any fight, you get a knockout in the first 10 seconds. That would be ideal. But I don't plan on going to the hospital. I'm just hoping that I'm alive and I can walk so I can golf with my dad and brother the next day. But I mean, I'm here. I'm here to go to war. Whatever that entails, then so be it.
And I just wanted your thoughts on Ilia Topuria vacating the featherweight title and coming up to lightweight. Do you think he's built for lightweight?
Yeah, I think he's a fighter, especially with the confidence that he has right now with those wins over Max and Volkanovski. I think, confidence is the biggest factor when you step in there. You have to believe, in yourself first and foremost. And so, yeah, I think just made the most exciting weight class in this sport a little bit more exciting.
Do you obviously, if you go out there and finish Fiziev, there's a good chance that you get the title shot, but do you believe Ilia should get an automatic title shot against Islam?
I don't know. Haven't thought about it.
Awesome.
It doesn't matter. Again, that's one of the things I can't control, so I'm not going to put a lot of thought and energy into that.
Yeah, and I know undisputed status is something that's always a goal for everybody, but are there any other things that you want to check off your list as a mixed martial artist?
No, I mean, I've already set the record for bonuses. I had 9 in my first 7 fights. I think that'll never be touched. I'm pretty proud of that one. As far as the rest would be to try to show people, I think if I was if I win this fight and beat Makhachev, I think that would just be, the icing on the cake for the legacy that I'm trying to create here. And I think that would be such an amazing story. And so that's what I'm trying to do.
Rafa was here and he said that yesterday you met in Apex, and he thanked you because he doesn't understand why did you take this fight. So first of all, what was your conversation about, and did you have any doubts to fight him?
I love fighting. I got my ass knocked out last fight, and I'm dying to get back in there and get that back. At the end of the day, all these guys are very, very dangerous. And we went through our options. I wanted Sarukian or Oliveira, but if I was them, I would never take the fight. And I do not blame them for that. Moicano piped up and then did not take the fight. That was my best option. And then it was just not fight. And I've been working so hard that that really wasn't an option for me. He just said thank you. I'm grateful for him too. He was halfway across, or probably more than halfway across the world, however big the world is. But And he took the fight. He came over here, so I applaud him for that. And I love to perform, and I'm ready to perform. So I wasn't, I was trying to make it happen.
Speaking about your last fight, I asked Rafa if your fight at Saturday night will go to the final seconds. Will he point his finger to the center of octagon and try to fight with you like Max did? If there will be such a situation, would you accept this challenge from him?
If you've ever seen me fight, you'll know I will accept that challenge every single time. When he pointed to the ground, I said yes and ran to the middle. So absolutely.